Okay, the start of my morning walk. I'm going to take you on a little tour of Antigua and some shopping. I hope you enjoy it. And here it is, Cinco Avenida Norte, the famous Fifth Avenue in Antigua. Here we have Santa Catalina, the famous arch here in Antigua. What it originally was part of La Merced's church when they doubled the size of the convent around, I think they said it was around 1620, 1630. And the convent was on both sides of the street, and back then it wasn't respectful to have the nuns seen in public. So they built this arch, and the top was basically a hallway for them to cross the street. Here's the arch from the other side, looking north. Here we are in the main square. This is on the north side. There behind those trees is another Catholic church. I'll get a shot of that in a second. And this is Central Park, they call it. Not as big as the one in New York City. This is from the balcony of the courthouse. There's a Catholic church there on the left. And the view of the park. You can see the church there. If you look off to the left, and I'll pan over there. My camera doesn't have zoom. You can see the remains of the church from the earthquake in 1763. It used to be about 4 times the size, and now it's just the columns that are left back there. The little local Mayan girls in their traditional clothing. One thing about the fountain here, you see in the center the 2 mermaids. There are 4 mermaids on this fountain. Apparently there's something like 150 mermaids carved in stone throughout Antigua, and it's a symbol of purity and virginity. I don't know where they're all at, but I've seen a few on fountains and a couple on some buildings. And you can see right there on the right hand side, they actually have little boxes throughout the city with the little plastic bags that you can get to pick up your dog's poop. So the city is surprisingly clean. I've just never seen where they actually have little portals with free bags for doggy doo. And here you can see guys selling deliciosos, super helados, la flavor. Ice cream and popsicles, they're your favorites. Here you can see in the background, that's the courthouse. Purple flags on the courthouse. They don't have a problem mixing religion and government here at all. It's just kind of a panning view of the park. Here on the right coming up is the Catholic Church, Cristo de Sevilla. And you can see there, purple flags are out there as well. And here's another shot of the fountain. Pan down here. want to take you through briefly the Mercado de Artisans, or artist market. It's more the upscale kind of local market for art. Here's a courtyard inside the artist market. And the volcano in the background again. Another fountain. This is inside one of the artisan shops. There's about 10 or 12 of them in the city that everything in them is sold on consignment. And they're all made by local craftspeople. Here's a close-up of some of the wooden masks. Not sure what they all mean. Some are jaguars and some are parrots. Some are elephants. They're all animals. But they're definitely colorful. Got some hand-woven purses and bags. They definitely like their bright colors here. There's some colorful paintings. Here's some blankets. Look at the colors. See, Mom? Here you go. Milk in a bag. I thought I'd show you this too. Even bleach is sold in plastic bags like they sell the milk in. I don't know why. They have chocolate here that's specifically designed to be put in coffee. I've never tried it, but it's always kind of interesting. And big old bags of cereal. Fruit Loops, chocolate rice, cornflakes. Huh, look at this. 5-pound bag of refried beans. 17 quetzales. It's about $2.20 for 5 pounds. I don't know what I'd do with 5 pounds. There's your total selection of hot sauces here. They don't do a lot of spicy foods. 3 different kinds. You can go down below here, they have soy sauce, another soy sauce, and salsa inglesa, Worcestershire sauce. And then your ketchups. Here's something else unique. They don't sell microwave popcorn by the box, but they do sell them in individual packets. I'm going to show you some here. If it's American, it's expensive. So it's 31 quetzales, or 30.45 for Cheetos. Or you can get these. I've had them. The bag is about maybe 20% smaller than the Cheetos. They taste exactly the same. And they're $4.45. Yeah. Get a load of this. Here's the Little Caesars pizza. And like I said, there's only 3 choices. You get cheese pizza, pepperoni pizza, or deluxe. But there's a security guard with a shotgun. And you can see somebody coming out with one of their pizzas. Everything's already pre-made and you just buy it and carry the box home with it. But for some reason, it's important to have the guy with the shotgun at the front door of Little Caesars. Here's a restaurant for you, Mom. A macaron. There's only 2 things on the menu. Some pizzas and mac and cheese. I have no idea if it's any good. Okay, here's something different. This is Burger King, which is basically the same as in the United States. But right across the street, you can see here, they deliver. And here's Pollo Campero. It's the largest fried chicken restaurant in Antigua. but they love their chicken here. There's literally a fried chicken restaurant, 2 or 3 of them on every single block. There's also a number of very nice, very high-end bakeries here in this city. I'm going to take you inside McDonald's. Inside, nothing unusual. It's like just a fancy McDonald's. Then we go to the outside seating area. Pretty impressive McDonald's. This house here is pretty famous. On the bottom right there, hopefully the wind isn't too bad. On the bottom right there is a bakery, which is known for their banana bread. On the bottom left is a restaurant. And then upstairs is a museum, because this is the house that Christopher Columbus lived in when he was here. His wife actually stayed here longer than he did. And you can see here the Chocolate Museum, right next door to Christopher Columbus's house. They love their chocolate here. You can actually go in there and they'll give you lessons on how to make chocolate. And here's where you come to buy meat. You have 3 aisles. Each aisle's probably, I don't know, 50, 60 yards long. There's beef. It was just on the right there. This is pork here on the left. Lots of fruit. Pineapples are usually 2 for 5 quetzales, which is 2 pineapples for about 70 cents. Melons are usually 5 quetzales each. Oh, cotton candy fruit. I'll get a picture of that one. These fruit here that look like a big bean, you cut them open, and the texture inside is similar to cotton candy, but real heavy and dense. But it's sweet like cotton candy. And it's wrapped around a big pit. So it's kind of a pain in the ass to eat, but it is different and unique. You can see the papayas here are huge. There's 5 quetzales for one. So 70 cents for a big, looks like about a 3 or 4 pound papaya. And even at the food market, there's always people walking around trying to sell towels or blankets, or guys selling ladies' pants. Actually kind of comical. Look at how big those heads of cabbage are. And the tomatillos, cucumbers, nice looking radishes, big eggplants, squash. Those green things in the back are chayotes. See, it's kind of like an apple. And if you need spices, all kinds of them. In bulk. And this is Rosa de Jicama. It's actually a flower that's been dried, and then they put it in water and make a tea out of it. It's bright red. It's really good. Kind of bitter, but it is good. Here's where I get my eggs. You only get 2 choices, white or brown. Once in a while they'll have double yolk eggs here, but they have a deal running on Saturdays, so I'll get them here Saturday. So you get 2 cartons for 25 quetzales, which is 60 eggs for about, I think it's $3.40, something like that. So yeah, it works out to about 65 cents a dozen. This is where I get my rice and beans. I don't know how many kinds of beans they have here, but they're all the same. 4 quincelas for a pound. These are cashew apples. See, on the top is the nut. That's inside of that is a cashew nut, but you can't eat until you process it, which basically means putting it in the oven because there's a caustic oil. But they don't taste really good. It's kind of like a choke cherry. The fruit is actually pretty bitter. And here you have the red bananas. I bought some a while back. Got kind of excited thinking they would taste different or unique, and they taste exactly like a regular banana. But they are colorful. And yes, behind the tuk-tuk here you can see girls walking across the street, balancing stuff on their heads. So they actually do walk around like that. They're pretty damn talented at it too. See the purple and white curtains that they're hanging on the outside of buildings? These are usually businesses that they do it for. This Wednesday was Ash Wednesday, so between Ash Wednesday and the middle of April is all about preparing for Semana Santa, Holy Week. So when a business puts the purple and white curtains on their building, it signifies that they're Catholic and that they're going to celebrate Semana Santa. You see the guy here in the wheelchair? And all the motorcycles on the right? This is like we were talking, like similar to the Philippines. People that park here don't have to pay him, but they pay him 1 quincala. And he watches their motorcycles so nobody knocks it over or scratches it or bothers it. So, and the people, the locals here know that if he's watching, they don't bother. It's really kind of neat. 2 types of covered parking for your motorcycles. That's the deluxe right there. And here's your standard. There really isn't much in the way of traffic control or traffic laws here. It's just kind of, when there's room you go, either walking or motorcycle or car. All the homes here have propane or natural gas, natural gas for their stoves for cooking indoors. And they deliver. So you can see here the motorcycle, it's got the rack on the back. They can put 2 propane tanks on it. Here's the bus station on the corner. You can see this colorful bus showing up. Churches in town. The building on the right hand side, there's their gift shop, believe it or not. I'll go inside in just a second here. It is smaller, but it is really pretty. Here's some more ruins. Another one of the churches on the east side of town. Here's a shot of the inside of the church. Hopefully this comes out. Mom, you're asking what a tuk-tuk is? There they are, the little local taxis. 10 quincelas anywhere in the city, which works out to like $1.15. And here's the entrance on the south side of the market. tuk-tuk, local taxis. No reverse suspension on a cobblestone road. It'll rattle you to death. Here we have the public washing stations. I'll get a picture inside here in just a second. It's windy, so hopefully you can hear me. These were built around, I think they said 1280, 1300, and they're still used. Basically, where you can wash your clothes by hand. See, what you do is, they got the water in the pool here. And they put their clothes in this bin area. You can see down here a little hole for drainage. And you got this little thing over here, this opening to put your soap in. So what they'll do is they'll take and put their clothes down in here, and then take some water with a little bucket that they bring, throw it on the clothes, wash them by hand, and rinse them. And I'll show you. They are being used. Here's La Merced, the large Catholic church, second largest here in Antigua. This is the west entrance to the convent that's here at La Merced. It's no longer a convent, now it's a museum. Here's a typical street corner in Antigua. I didn't want to talk when I was inside the church. There were people in there praying. The church was built in 1485. Okay, here's the south side of La Merced. Not really much there, just big. Here's another shot. Let's see if this one comes through. Santa Catalina. It's about 8 o'clock at night. Wow, not sure what happened there. Bells are going and lights are coming on and going off.